I've been that person too. I know what it's like to spend money on ads and not get money back. Okay, so good stuff here. So I know for a lot of you who are brand new to the Facebook group, welcome to the Facebook group. My name is Lydia Catherine. I'm the founder here at Six Figure Spirits, also your coach and your mentor and your guide here inside of the Six Figure Spirit community. As we get started here, as always, go ahead and let us know, who do we have here on the line today? Who do we have here? And what is your spiritual superpower? So you guys know how I like to open up these calls. Drop where you are. And what do you do? How do you help your clients? Are you a Reiki healer? Are you a hypnotist? Do you do shamanic reading? Like what? I'm sorry, I just merge the two. Shamanic work, or do you do Akashic Records reading? Like, what is your background? Go ahead and drop it below. We're all hypnotists and healers here. So we're here to learn how to make money, right? How to be positioned as a high value healer, okay? So chances are, if you're in this group, you want to learn how to actually start building a legitimate business, right? Like, it's time to build a business. It's time to make some money and not just have this be like a hobby, right? Chances are, maybe if you're here, you feel like this is more of a side hustle or a hobby right now. And I'm here to tell you, you can turn this into a six-figure or multiple six-figure business, okay? Mark, great to see you here. How are you? So Mark from Springfield, Missouri. How's it going out there? Hypnotist and relationship coach. Awesome. Good stuff. Welcome. Oh, I know you've been here for a while, so welcome back, I should say. And Lynn says, Reiki energy healer, past life regression. Love it. Inner child trauma coaching and spiritual intuitive. Cool stuff. See, we've got and there's always new modalities coming out. So I always like to know what's on your resume. So go ahead. This is your opportunity to show off. Right? On our strategy calls, people don't care about how we help them, but we get to show that off here. So for those of you who don't know me, also a board certified hypnotist. I have a million certifications. They're not up now because I just moved, and the thought of putting them all up on my wall exhausts me. So it's probably not going to happen. But it is what it is. But yeah, I'm also a board certified hypnotist. I'm also, guys, how cool is this? I started clairvoyance training this week. So I started, there's a Hawaii Center of Clairvoyance or something like that. And I'm starting clairvoyance training. So I'm so excited about that. Starting to get into mediumship, which is really exciting. So I'm kind of in the next phase here. But yeah, who do we have here? And what is your spiritual superpower? Are you a psychic, medium? Do you do tarot? Do you do Akashic Records? You've got EFT practitioners. We've got RTT practitioners. I think we have everything here in this group at this point. Hey, Trisha, good to see you. So Trisha just jumped on board. Time to make some money. Let's go. It's time to get back the investment in yourself, which is the reason why I built this business. Because at some point I realized, why are hypnotists and healers broke? We have like the holy grail. I'm going to hold up my drink here. We have like the holy grail of healing, right? Like, why are we charging like therapists? Didn't make any sense to me. So the question became, how do I get prospects to see the true value? How do I get prospects to see the value that I see, and how to get them to show up in a way so they can get the results that I know that they can receive? That's the search I went on. And that's why I built this. That was my motivation for this business. Mark says, Parkview Viking myself, class of 81. A Viking, Parkview Viking? I'm assuming that's your mascot. Benjamin says, good to see you here, Ben. Hypnotherapy was the missing piece of the puzzle that helped me quit drinking. Very cool. Yeah, that's a tough road. I've worked with clients on that one, and that's not my bread and butter, but building hypnotherapy as a career, retirement, and you help with quantum healing and hypnotherapy. Cool. Very cool. Yeah, well, you're in the right place if you're ready to really turn this into a business. More specifically, if you want to scale and turn this into a virtual business, right? We really focus on the social media aspect here. the old ways of doing things in the 90s that they still kind of teach at the end of trainings nowadays, which is create business cards. How many of you are doing this right now? The legwork, right? The join BNI, get business cards. Um, what else was it? Go to networking events. Go reach out to doctors' offices, and these all can work. But why drag it on, right? When you can start generating 10K, 20K, 30K because you have the abundance now on social media, why do the legwork? I don't know. Like, I wish I knew about this sooner. The legwork works. Like, I was generating, doing networking events. I was generating, around 5K per month on my business, but it just is slow. It's just slow. And so we have such better tools now. So that was my rant about that. So how many of you here feel like you're doing sort of the old way right now, like the old way of marketing, business cards, which are useless? How often do you convert someone with a business card? Once in a blue moon, right? Lynn says we should all form a company together. That's a big company. Erica says sound healer. Yes, we have sound healers here. We've got Reiki practice. Boy, do we have a lot of energy healers here. That seems to be like the next most predominant modality behind hypnosis. It seems like Reiki is taking off as well. Ben is asking, what's the ROI for paid social media ads? I haven't started advertising. Well, it depends. Like, are you doing it right? Do you have a strategy? Or are we just sort of making this up as we go, right? Like, what motivated me to do this live here today was I spent $20,000 on ads and didn't get anything back. Probably about 6 years ago, 7 years, 8 years ago, got nothing back. So let's roll right into it. Let's just go right into it, because this is what we're talking about here today. Getting a return on your investment. So how many of you here feel like you're running ads, or you have run ads in the past, and you have not gotten your return on investment? In fact, maybe you've just lost money. You just lost money on it. So how many of you drop the word ads below? Drop the word ads below if this is you or this has been you. So I'll tell you, about 7 years ago, I kept putting money out. I basically spent majority of my retirement, about 20 grand, 30 grand ads, got nothing back. I was just so stubborn and wanted to keep going. And it didn't pay off. It didn't pay off. And then, I made a decision. I was going to make back my retirement and 10x that. And that's what's really motivating me to keep going. So, okay. So Mark says ads. Mark says me. We'll get into this. But Ben, you're looking at least a 4x return on your ads. If not, that's anything under 4x. A return on your ads is not healthy. It's too tight. There's not enough room for profitability, expenses, and things like that. So let's talk about it. So Trisha says ads. So you've run ads too. So yeah, we're all kind of in a similar boat here. So typically by the time hypnotists and holistic practitioners find this group, they've kind of done this, they've exhausted this, it's not working for them. And then what ends up happening is they think that this just doesn't work for their niche. Like, it just doesn't work for my niche. I'm here to tell you, your clients are here. Your clients are on Facebook. I 100% guarantee that. How many people are on Facebook? Like, around the world. Like, your clients are here. I don't care if you're B2B or B2C. Your clients are here. So let's just go into it. So here's what ends up happening. Here's what ends up showing up in your business if you're not taking these proper precautions or running ads properly. So here's what happened with my business, my hypnosis business way back, was you find yourself just spending money and spending money mindlessly with nothing to show, right? Maybe you're not getting conversions, or you're not making any money. Okay. So how many of you feel like you have spent money mindlessly, and it just, no matter what you did, it just didn't work? Okay. So if you're doing this right now, stop. I would stop your ads right now. If it's been over, a week or 2 or 3 weeks and you're still leaking out money and nothing's converting, I highly recommend you stopping those ads. Okay. I used to run Google ads and I was only getting a 2x return. It was so bad. It was so bad. There were a lot of other problems there, like my price point was an issue. Also, my sales calls were actually pretty good. So actually, after I increased my prices, my return on my investment got better. However, I was still having to work one-on-one and charge, and there was no way to scale that. So if you're here, how many of you are wanting to scale right now? Like you have a business, maybe you're at like 5K a month, maybe you're in between 5 to 10K a month, but you want to scale. So drop the word scale below if you're ready to scale what you're doing. So maybe you're asking the question of how do I do a group, or how do I create a community, or how do I build a tribe, or how do I create a hybrid? How do I start getting back my time? Basically, you want to get back your time. So a lot of you coming in here are that as well. Mark said I spent $300 a month for 9 months through a professional and didn't get, wow, yeah. So there is a strategy when it comes to testing, okay? And personally, I have spoken with the firm. I've actually spoken to people who work at the firm who have run ads for people like Tony Robbins and some of these like Dean Graziano. So I've spoken with these people, not that I work with them, but I have spoken and I do get coaching from them. And so there were a lot of things I had to fix before I was going to go run ads again. Okay. And you definitely don't want to wing this. Okay. Because you will easily lose. Yeah. Like you said, Mark, 300, 500, 200 a month if you don't know when to make fixes and what those fixes need to be. Okay. And as I'm talking here, I have more ideas popping up, but I don't want to lose them. So I'm just going to add them to my notes here. Okay. Bear with me a second. I don't want to forget this. Okay. So let's get back into it. So you're spending money mindlessly month after month, week after week, nothing's coming back. You're getting clicks, but no opt-ins. How many of you are experiencing this or have experiencing this? Like you're seeing page views, you're seeing people on there, but nobody's opting in. This was another frustrating part for me. I was like, people are landing there, but they're not booking, they're not opting in, and that can be frustrating too. So there's a bottleneck right there. Mark says scale. Okay, so you're ready to scale. Trisha says, is it just me or does the live keep? Yeah, I know my internet is not the best here. I've tried a lot of different things to fix that, but Trisha, I don't think you're alone here. Can you guys still see me and hear me okay? Or is it everybody, or is it just Trisha? Let me know. So yeah, guys, if you missed anything, the replay will be here. I'll do my best I can. I know my internet is shoddy. It's Spectrum, so it's like the worst internet like I could possibly have. But anyway, we'll plug through as best as we can here. So if you need to, just try and refresh, and hopefully that will bring things back. So everything looks okay on my end. I don't want to touch anything. But we'll just keep plugging away here. So, and I've already talked about this one. So you feel like if you're getting less than a 4x return on your ads, stop. Stop doing it. Pause everything if you're getting less than 4x return. So how many of you actually know the return? Like how many actually keeping track of the return on ad spend? That was another mistake that I made, is not keeping track of that. And we'll talk about these. What these mistakes are here in a minute. Okay. So you're getting less than a 4x return on your ads. You're getting page views, but people aren't opting in. So you're seeing people land there, but they're not taking action. Okay. You're spending endlessly, week after week, month after month. Nothing's coming back. Okay. People just aren't clicking. Again, people just are not clicking. They're not opting in. They're not going to the next page in your funnel. They're not coming to your Facebook group, whatever. They're just not taking the next step. Okay. That's how this ends up showing up in your business. Okay. Also, how many of you feel like you're not attracting quality leads right now? So if you're attracting victims, unmotivated, you're attracting broke people, there could be also an issue here with your ads. So how many, drop the word quality below if you feel like you're not attracting the quality that you're looking for right now. Like maybe here's another bottleneck. Right now you're getting leads, now you're getting opt-ins, but now it's a quality issue now. So drop the word quality below if you're having a quality issue right now, or if you've had a quality issue in the past. Okay. Patricia is having a quality issue. Yep. Yeah, so this is typically the routes this is the route I took, and this is the route that I see healers when they're trying to do this on their own. It's the same path. We end up not knowing how to get in front of the right people. We end up attracting unqualified clients. People aren't taking the next step in the funnel, so they're just not opting in. They're visiting, but they're not opting in. Week after week goes by, month after month, and you're not getting your return on your ad spend. Okay. So what are these mistakes here? What do we need to start changing here in order to start getting return on the investment? So is there anyone here who's actually running ads right now? Is anyone here running ads like right now? Drop yes below if you're running ads, or drop no if you're not running ads. And we'll get into it here. Let's get my notes out here. So anyone here running ads right now? Or maybe you've run ads in the past. So drop the word yes below if you've run ads in the past. So no, nobody's running ads here right now. Yeah, I'm telling you, ads is a powerful tool. Ads, Facebook ads, it's almost like it's the exciting part once you do it right. It can be really exciting if you do it right. Okay? Because this is where the leads come in, and now there's an opportunity to convert them to clients. So it really can be a fun part, but not if you're experiencing these things. So Tricia says no, Mark says no. Okay, so you guys have kind of, I'm assuming, paused on that. All right. So what are these mistakes here? What needs to change so that we can start doing this right and with a proper strategy? Okay. So here's the first thing that needs to happen is that, and the first mistake that I see a lot of healers and hypnotists make when it comes to Facebook ads specifically, is that they're not tracking their ad spend. Okay. So as you're testing, right, are you actually tracking every single day the statistics? Okay. So I know when I tried to wing this the first time, I didn't track anything. I was sitting, waiting, hoping, and wishing. There wasn't really a strategy. How many of you guys can resonate with that? Like, it's just, let's just kick it on and let's just see what happens, right? Like that. And then what ends up happening is we get gun shy and we shut everything down. So we'll talk about that here in a minute. But the first mistake is that you're not tracking the stats. You're not tracking the ad spend. You're not tracking impressions. You're not, and when I say tracking, I mean filling out a spreadsheet. I mean literally tracking on a spreadsheet, day to day. Because if you're spending mindlessly, chances are, and you've let it run over a week, 2 weeks, a few months, you probably don't know what's going out every single month, every single day, and at the end of every month. Okay, because if you did, you would know when to stop it. Okay, so one mistake is, are you tracking daily the return? What's coming back? Your stats for your ads. Okay, big one. My clients all have a tracking sheet. They all have tracking sheets. Okay, I track every single day the most important columns inside of the ads manager. Okay. Second thing here is the copy you have for your ads, it's not niched enough. If you're getting page views but not opt-ins, 100% it's your copy. It's 100% the copy. So you're either not niched enough, or the call to action isn't sexy enough. Okay? How many of you feel like you're getting, or you have gotten page views but not opt-ins? It's because you're not niched enough, or your offer, whatever it is on the next page, is not sexy enough for your niche. How many of you feel like you've been there before? Like you're getting page views but not opt-ins? How many of you here feel like you need to niche down more? Drop the word niche below if this is like a pain point right now. Like you're questioning your copy, you're questioning your niche, you're questioning whether you're dialed in enough, you're not getting in front of the right people. Again, maybe going back, maybe you're attracting more broke people, victims, unmotivated, not seeing the value, right? This is typically a copy issue. Justine, good to see you, Justine. Justine says energy, reader, and Reiki healer. Awesome. And spiritual business coach. Perfect. I know we're getting started together soon. We'll follow up next week. Looking forward to it. Yeah, I know my feed is horrible, Trisha. I'm trying to do everything in my power over here. So hopefully if you refresh, you can get back on here. If not, the replay will be here in the group. And I'll send that out this week. Okay. All right. So you guys ready for the next one? You guys still here with me? Let me know. Drop the number 3 below if you want to know the third one. Okay. This is a really key one. So drop the number 3 below if you guys are ready for this next one. Love the energy. I'm all sniffly over here. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on here. I guess it's the pollen. My goodness. If any of you guys have any recommendations for like any natural things to help with like your sinuses, help clear up your sinuses, let me know because I'm tired of sprays and all this kind of stuff. So if you have any recommendations for that, like Mucinex, I'm tired of all that stuff. If you guys have any good recommendations for sinuses, let me know because it's driving me nuts. But anyway, all right. So Trisha says 3, Mark says 3, Justine says tarot. Awesome. I love tarot. I do tarot almost every night, actually. All right, let's go. All right, so this was a surprise for me. A lot of you have set up ads that go straight to a booking page to book a call with you. How many of you have done this? Like drop the word me below if you have a funnel set up that says, hey, book a call. Book a call with me, book a consultation. How many of you done this in the past? Drop me below. Okay, so you've done it. Here's the thing. It is way too soon for them to book a call with you. It is way too big of a jump to book a call with you. And this is why you end up getting really unqualified leads. So that's another one of the biggest mistakes is do not expect people to book a call with you right when they click your ad. Okay, if you do, it doesn't mean you won't get bookings. It just means they won't be qualified. Okay? So, inside of my high ticket healer selling system, I actually teach a qualification process, like a few hoops that they have to jump through in order to get on your calendar, right? Because at the end of the day, do we want to have anybody have access to our calendar? I know I don't. I don't want everybody to have access to my calendar. It makes me feel cheap. Makes me feel like I'll take anybody who will pay me. How many of you feel like that right now? Like you feel like you'll take anybody who will pay you? That's not the mindset that we want here. It's going to put you in a bad place. It's going to flip the dynamic. So your prospect's in the power position. We don't want that. Okay? It's your house. It's your business. They knock on your door. Should not be the other way around. Okay? They should not be leading the interaction. Okay? So it's too big of a jump to go from clicking an ad to booking a call. Okay? All right, so basically the issue here is your call to action is just way too soon. Your call to action to book a call is too premature. Okay? All right. Is this helpful for you guys so far? I have like 4 or 5 more here. Is this helpful? Let me know below. Just drop the word value if this is valuable for you guys so far. And also this lets me know that I haven't frozen yet here. And for those of you who are tuning in, who just jumped on, we're here today to talk about how to make sure your ads are going to convert so that you're not mindlessly spending money hoping, wishing, wondering if this is going to work. You do not want to go in hoping, wishing, wondering, like throwing mud at the wall, hoping it sticks. That's how you lose money. Okay, Mark says value, Trisha says value. Perfect. All right. So the next thing here is that your copy doesn't elicit any curiosity. This is a big one. And for those of you who are new to the online space, maybe you're new to copywriting as well, but your copy just doesn't elicit any curiosity. Like there's nothing to pull anyone in. There's nothing to keep them wondering what they need to do or what you have to offer. So oftentimes what I see healers and hypnotists post is like, hey, do you have a problem? Here, do you have this problem? Here's how it shows up. Here, I can help you. Book a call. And I'm laughing because I used to do this too. There is no curiosity here. It's like, here, are you my target? Call to action. It's not, there's no curiosity. There's no reason for them to continue down this journey with you. So if you look at your past ads, do you have any curiosity in there? Drop below, like, do you feel like, when you think about your ads in the past, drop the word yes below or no. Do you feel like your ad elicited any curiosity? Okay. There's a specific flow, and there's also different frameworks that ads follow. You've probably noticed this. Where to go to find those frameworks? I've had to pay for coaching and help with this. I don't know if you can honestly find this for free. Honestly, I don't know. But there are different frameworks and patterns that that ads follow, and there are different categories of ads, right? Like one example being long form, like the long form story ad, right? Those tend to not convert. They take longer to get accepted. Also, those tend to get banned and rejected. So I got away from those. But okay, Trisha says no. Yeah. So you got to think, like, is there any reason for them to continue pursuing what you have, right? And if not, if you read it back, then that's what's missing for you. So Meredith says no. Okay. Yep. You got to elicit some curiosity. You got to keep something hidden here, or else they're just gonna drop off. Oh, they just want to book a call. I'm out. Right. We got to keep some curiosity here, something to keep them coming towards you, keep their interest. Okay. Many of you guys are pitching a call way too quickly. What ends up happening is it becomes salesy because it seems premature, it seems over eager. And when you do that and you don't sit back, right, and let them come to you, that's when you get ghosted, rescheduled, cancellations, you get undervalued because you don't have any kind of qualifying process set up here. Okay. Questions, guys, I'm still going here, but drop your questions below as we go here. This is an opportunity for you to ask and get clarity on your ads if you're running any. Just going to drink here. All right. Yeah, so as we go here, drop your questions below. So your copy doesn't elicit any security. The next thing here, I'm sorry, not security, curiosity. Hopefully your ads give off a sense of security. Here's the next one, okay? Your targeting is too broad. Your targeting is way too broad, okay? And here's what I mean by this. How many of you have ever set up an ad and you just get as many targets as you can? You're like, okay, I'm going to add in like entrepreneurship, I don't know, financial magazines, business building, I don't know, Russell Brunson. Like you just cover as much ground as you can. So your targeting is way too broad. Okay. Trisha, yeah, I set up a hotspot last week and it didn't seem to solve the problem. I could certainly try again next week. If I close out of here, if I switch my connection, I'm going to have to restart. So I will lose all of you guys. But I'll certainly try the hotspot again. I'm hassling my office here about the internet, trying to get that fixed. But again, I'll send out the replay if you guys are missing any bits and pieces. So, okay. So the next issue here is that your targeting is just way too broad. Okay. So maybe you're trying to cover as much of ground as you can. That's not the way to go. It's actually counterintuitive how you want to target. Okay. All right. The next one I talked about briefly earlier, but your CTA, your call to action, is not sexy enough. It's not attractive. It's like book a call. It's like very, something everybody does, and it's already too big of a jump for people to book a call with you. Okay. All right. Here's the next one. This was a trap I fell into. Okay. And I actually fixed it sort of by accident. I sort of had a happy accident. But you guys ready for this next one? I don't know what number we're at here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So drop the number 8 below if you guys are still with me. Let me know if I'm frozen here. Drop the number 8 if you guys are ready for this one. This is a big one. This is one I'm working with a client on right now because it is probably the number one reason that hypnotists and healers are not successful with ads. And it was the number one reason for me. Okay? So this is the big one. Okay? Okay, Trisha says 8. Who else do we still have here? How many guys are still with me here? Let me know if you guys are ready for this one. This is probably one you're not going to want to hear, but I'm not here to tell you what you want to hear. Okay? Give me a couple more here. Let me know if you guys are still with me. You guys ready for this next one? And then we'll do like a recap here. So Justine says yes. Give me one more here, guys. Give me one more. Let me know if you guys are still with me and that you can see me and hear me, okay? Cool. All right. All right. So here's a big one. All right. You are not spending enough of your daily budget. You're not spending enough on a daily basis. Okay? And why does this happen? Out of fear. How many of you guys feel like pain when you're putting money into ads right now? Drop the word pain below. If you feel pain when you're putting money into ads right now. And so because of that, you're putting out only like $5 a day. You're putting out like $10 a day. Maybe not even that much. And I'm laughing because I fell into this trap too. And you're just not spending enough to get data. So what ends up happening is that honestly, one of the biggest, probably the top 3 mistakes healers and hypnotists make when it comes to ads is they're just not spending enough at all to begin with from the get-go to get any good data. So what ends up happening is you have 1 foot in, 1 foot out already. Already you've decided this is probably not going to work. So you don't give it a fair trial. And so it doesn't work out anyway. How many of you have been there before? Let me know below. How many of you have been there? Like you've tried it, you feel like you had 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You decided ahead of time it's probably not going to work. So you only put in $3 a day, $5 a day, $8, $10 a day. Like you're really just being careful with that. And it didn't work out in the end anyway. Okay. How many of you have been there? How many of you feel like you haven't spent enough to really get data? And like I said, you can start dropping your questions below here. I know it's scary, right? It's scary to put money in ads, especially if you don't have any strategy or if you don't have any help with it, right? Okay. All right. This is really valuable information, guys. Like nobody told me this for free. So I hope you're taking notes here. Okay. And finally, let's cover this last one here. Okay, Trisha, no problem. I know, I apologize. I think if my streams, maybe we'll try Zoom next time. Maybe that'll work better. But finally, the last one here is you're testing more than one variable at a time. So oftentimes, hypnotists and healers, they put up a bunch of different ads, they're testing, and the ads are completely different. And what ends up happening is one ad maybe does better and the other one does worse, but you don't know why. So now you don't know why one ad is done better. So you're testing way too many variables at one time. So for the winning ad, you don't know what to do. You don't know why this one is winning. And so what I mean by this is you're testing, there's different pieces of an ad that you test, okay? It's not just the whole ad. The ad is broken down into pieces in order to test it, okay? So if you don't know what is winning and why your ad is winning, let's say like if your graphic is winning, right? We don't know which piece of the ad is the catalyst for your audience to sign up. So if you're testing, if you have two entirely different ads, then you're not. It's like you have to. There's almost no data there. There's no data because you don't know why one is winning. Okay. So there's a lot here, guys. Questions here. Got a little bit of time here. Let's do a quick recap here. So biggest mistakes here that healers and hypnotists are making when it comes to running ads is there's just no strategy, sort of winging it, hoping it works, not tracking, right? Not tracking on a daily basis. You're not tracking the most important metrics, okay? Your copy isn't dialed in enough, okay? It's too broad, and therefore your targeting is too broad, right? The actual targets that you're targeting are too broad. Your language, your call to action is not sexy enough. It's not attractive enough. Okay. Your call to action is too big of a jump. It's just too big of a jump. You don't have the trust, you don't have the know and the like yet. Okay. The targeting, again, is too broad. So your copy is too broad. And you're not spending enough to get real data. You're just not spending enough at the end of the day to get actual data. Okay, that's probably the number one. That's probably the number one issue that you guys I've seen run into. And once you take your foot off the brake and put both feet on the gas, it's unreal what can come back for you. Okay. Personally, I spend about $7,000 a month on ads. I spend $7,000 a month on ads. Okay. Sounds like a lot. It's like, whoa, that's a lot of money, right? But when you're making 4, 5, 6 times that back, who cares? Doesn't matter. Okay. So it's not about how much you're spending. It's about your return on the investment. Are you getting the return on the investment? Okay. Was this valuable for you guys here today? I told you a lot of things I had to pay to learn. So let me know, drop the word value below if this is valuable for you. And also, if you're watching the replay, comment below as well. I'll be tuning into the comments here as you guys come back and watch the replay. And then also, I'll be sending out the replay a little bit later this week in case you got choppy for you. But these are really important things to remember next time you go into running ads, okay? All right, drop your questions below as well, if those of you watching the replay. And if you got some value out of this, drop the word value below. And that's what I have for this week, guys. As always, great to see you here on the live. We're going to pick things back up. I know I took off last Wednesday, had a family emergency, so I took off last Wednesday, but we're going to be picking things back up here every Wednesday. And also, what questions do you have below that I can answer for you on these lives as well? Let me know, and that will help me drive the content in this group. So that being the case, guys, we are out here. I'm going to hop off, but great to see you here with me. Hopefully you got some value out of this. If so, drop the word value below. And I will see you inside the group, and I'll be sending out the replay later this week. All right, guys, have a great afternoon. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.